What is going on?
We've been gone for hours, and there is a chicken in our house. We have been gone for hours.
Wait, did she get locked in?
I don't know. How are you even in here? The door's not open. Come here, baby. Open.
Oh, that's good. Oh, a lot of chicken poop.
A lot of chicken poop.
Okay.
A lot of chicken poop. That's so not fun. Okay, do you have shoes? Who's gonna take her to the chicken coop?
You are.
Hey, I need shoes.
Wait, how'd you get in here? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Oh, you okay? No? Yeah, you go wet.
No.
That's okay. More water. Do you like to jump? Think low. Emmy's getting dirty. Hey, it's your favorite thing, huh? Getting real dirty. Say, do we have enough water here, bud? Are you gonna run around? Are you gonna run around? Oh my gosh. Could we have any more water? 6.5 inches in the last 48 hours. Expecting another half an inch tonight. Say, oh no. Have you shown them your basement, Cass? Have you shown them? Do you want to show them? You want to tell them everything that's happened? Say bye-bye.
Bye.
It's like there's like a gush of water all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, girls. Girlies. Remember when I said please don't come down here? Disobedient. It's okay. Cassidy, can you say all better? You say all better. All better. Okay, guys. This was my absolute nightmare today.
Emmy, no.
Honestly, I'm so incredibly exhausted from today. I spent 10 hours working on our second in 2 weeks flood in our basement. But we have a, for the moment, jury rig situation. I will tomorrow, because it's 11 p.m. and I just got done sweeping water outside, working on.
Oh, buddy.
Emmy just peed.
Buddy.
Oh, Emmy also tooted.
Emmy, no.
We have to get out of here. This
Emmy,
stinks.
no,
She's so
Daddy.
sick. It's so sad, you guys. Okay, guys. Who wants to go potty outside, even though you just went inside? And this whole area is absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, flooded. I mean, you guys see my door down there? You guys see that water area? Lit my hair. Look at that. Nightmare doesn't even come close to the amount of hours that I have spent on this basement. I have drywall work to do. I mean, guys, this is way worse than last time, 2 weeks ago. Worse than when it happened in December, but that was like super minor. But prior to Emily just peeing right there, Poor girl probably just had to go. And also, she tooted. When she toots, we clear the room. I'll explain this disaster tomorrow. Love you. It was dry this morning at 1:30 a.m. Oh. We,
No, the mustache is going away. No.
I didn't think it looked so good.
Absolutely not.
I was gonna go show you guys.
Mustache, goodbye.
It's not goodbye.
Goodbye to the mustache.
No.
No.
No, it's
Goodbye.
fine. I was gonna show you guys downstairs. I'll show you guys that in a minute.
Goodbye, mustache.
It doesn't need to go away yet.
Goodbye, mustache.
Babe,
Goodbye, mustache.
it is a good mustache.
Goodbye.
Babe,
Bye-bye.
here's the deal. I need a new trimmer for the face.
No.
It died right at the end.
No.
Yeah.
Get a razor. Nope.
Nope.
Off your face.
No, it looks so good. If we went to like a holiday party right now,
Sure, holiday
I
party.
could go in as like a Canadian hockey coach.
Off.
I'm getting this vibe that you don't.
Off.
I'm getting a vibe that you don't like it.
Off.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
It has been such a hard week.
Oh, it's been the worst.
Such a long week.
Guys, this is the worst. We've had worse weeks, but
long week.
It's
That
just
it almost
sad week.
feels good to rebel because everything else has gone wrong. So like if I can control the one thing that is going wrong, I'm okay with that.
Like the look on your face. It's so yuck.
I think there might be some out there that really dig it. If you know what I mean.
No one's digging it.
I think they dig it. Here's the deal. Downstairs,
Flooded. Pushing water for a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
You saw Emmy. Emmy, I thought was getting better.
so we got Emmy to gain a couple pounds. And unfortunately, with that weight gain,
She's eating.
she's
but
eating a lot, but she's also
not a
just.
lot, but
I feel like her lethargy is getting worse.
all of a sudden today.
No, last night.
Last night.
Last night
but
was a
today,
really bad night for her.
Today she's turned the corner, not for the better.
The vet told us she has to be more energized. If she's going to do surgery to take the mass out, she has to be stronger.
Which she was getting stronger.
Which she was getting stronger. And it just feels like the last few days. As of yesterday and like the day before, like doing the surgery made so much sense to me. Sure, it's a lot.
The only problem is if you do the surgery.
It's not a guarantee, and it's not even that it's the guarantee thing. It's really, this is the biggest issue imaginable.
The biggest issue with the surgery.
Once they go in, if they feel it's not going to completely improve, if it's worse than we think, if her other organs are failing, you running water at the same time is really...
Well, I was here first.
It's more trashy than my mustache.
I was here first.
Well, I was here best. You might have been here first, but I'm here best. Look at that.
It's so yuck.
Welcome. Kinsley looked at me at the breakfast table today, and what did you say?
I don't like it.
She was so brutally honest with me. She goes, Dad, really, you need to get rid of that.
It looks so scary. For real.
For
It's
real.
so scary. He's like, Dad, stop looking at me. The biggest issue is that the vet told us this. When she goes in for surgery, if she feels as though it's not going to improve her quality of life and the surgery is going to be that much more traumatic, she's just going to put her down on the spot. And then we just get a call saying,
I don't want to.
and I can't even go there. Like, I can't even. Okay, have you ever known something for 3 months and felt this absolutely insanely connected?
Especially our 3-month miscarriage, kind of feeling like so hopeful, even knowing it was bad news, but just hopeful, hopeful, and then just knowing at the end it was the end. But
Yeah, I certainly feel that there's a significant loss in our house looming, and it just hurts. It's like I want her. we've been trying, like we've been literally trying to fatten her up, giving her all the treats. She gets wet dog food. She gets like pretty much whatever she wants.
And be cared by her loving little daddy.
She gets cared by her loving
little.
Good morning.
So precious reading round and round to Callie.
Did you read The Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round?
To Callie.
You read it to the baby?
Yeah.
Who's the baby?
Baby mama.
Yeah, your
Baby mama?
Yeah, we read Round and Round. That's so good.
Cassidy, what do you think of the mustache?
Daddy.
Do you like it? Is it fun? Round and round. Kiss? Can I get a kiss? Mwah. Do you like kisses?
She doesn't even care about
See?
her mustache.
She loves the mustache.
She doesn't even care.
I think she's the hand that counts the most. We've just had one of those weeks where natural disaster with weather, then it was weather affecting us, then it was weather affecting our house. So it's just been one of those weeks where I spent the majority of my week just fixing problems instead of like advancing things that I had on my list. And it's okay. We have to fix the leaks in this house downstairs, but the update on that is our contractor came for 2.5 hours the day before yesterday, and then yesterday for 3 hours, and he and I were like troubleshooting, trying to figure out where the water was coming from, how it was coming in. And mind you, like they've been done with this project for months, and he was still willing to just like, let's figure this out. We've got to figure this out because we built it and we built it to be right, and it's not right. And so it's almost like we have this plan for like how the day's gonna go, and then in the last few days, it's just, we'll stop and just do this and lay down and try to feed her and spend time with her. Last night, like I said, was a really rough night for Emily. Multiple times I'd get up to go take her bathroom, and she's just so sad. The positive note in all of this is we've done the best we could. We've gotten her a level of care once she came into our home that she, in her current situation prior to that, was not getting. If she came here for the big picture purpose of being loved on and cared for and connected and petted and given treats and encouragement and snuggles and, you know, brushes and baths and just absolute pampering, if that was her purpose for the end of her life, it's been worth it. And it's been awesome. But to lose your first dog in 10 years after 3 months because of something completely out of your control is just such a bummer. She's declining too fast. I want to run around with her. She can't run. She can't stand up for more than a few minutes at a time, and then she lays down. Even right here, she wanted to be by my side every minute of the day when we were down in the basement the last few days, and she was just laying in freezing cold water. Her quality of life is just declining rapidly to the point that we are kind of just preparing our home and our hearts for heartbreak. It's the goal to make it through the weekend and then to reassess with the doctor early next week. There it is. Yeah, Alex is on the phone with the vet, and she said, call her if anything majorly changes. But who's the best? I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. This is a big tummy situation going on. Right there. Just really skinny. She's tough. She's a tough girl. I mean, she's not there yet, but I think in the next few weeks, I think the first doctor was right. That one of the doctors said, I'd be surprised if she makes it a month. The second opinion that we got last week said, I'd be surprised if she makes it 2 weeks. But man, it's just, it's really hard to have such hope because she'll be 7 in a month. That's pretty young for a golden retriever. But we love her and we cuddle with her and we don't make fun of her and tell her that her toots stink. We just kind of go, okay, let's get out of the room. It's been a hard week. Mostly because of this, and also, like I said, because of this. Here we are. To be honest, it's been a few hours. I saw my reflection and in the screen, and I just realized for the first time I have a mustache. I think I'm without. I think it looks terrible. I think this mustache is from like 3 decades ago. Anyway, friends, this is our mess. I want to show you this real quick. Here's the issue. That entire wall, which is on the outside, it's actually puttied, or like it has like a cement on it. Let me show you the backside wall. So this line is just too tall. We have to grade this out. We're going to be burying, the contractor is going to come over with some equipment and kind of take all this dirt off. But they had painted like a line where it would go like, I don't know if I got to back up enough. They had actually painted from here to the end of the concrete with this like waterproof. I don't exactly know what kind of paint it was, but basically I think it's. Can't see my mustache. There it is. It's supposed to be like a waterproofing. So anyway, long story short, when they had built it, I don't think that they had planned that we were going to be putting in this bait. No, they did. They totally did. Anyway, I think they had forgotten that over here, in this line, and over here was the. Let's see if I can get this correctly. Mustache. Hello. There should be a mustache tracker on this camera. So beautiful. Anyway, it's basically like a French drain or something like that. Like I think it like collects all the excess water around the side of the house, and it like I think they wrapped it around here, which would make total sense. Like that's a good idea to do. We have an issue though, because our neighbor over there, they basically covered up, I don't know, a couple thousand gallons of this like basin, and it was off the side of their property, but their driveway was caving in. And when we get all of this rain at once, there's this thing called the water table, and basically it's like water's going to find its lowest spot to settle, right? And so the water table fills up. The more rain you get, the water table fills up. And so we've been getting so much rain and just not enough sun to heat it up. And the water table is like basically filling all the way up towards the house. And consequently, when they took that basin away, that like dam away, it kept basically prior to this time, it took about 2,000 gallons to fill it all the way up. And so we'd have like a slow trickle through the yard. And we knew that. Like that's part of it. We had come here, there was rain, we had seen kind of the stream, and I figured out like that was going to be part of like home ownership, and we were just going to have just, you know, we have a couple acres of land, and so usually with land comes a little bit more responsibility. And so we knew that. By them saving their driveway, it caused us, the water table, to then scoot up quicker. And then obviously we have like a hill. And so what happened was the water coming towards the house, the water coming up from the house is happening so quickly that we didn't have, the water's then coming up from the foundation sooner, quicker. And we didn't have a sump pump. So let me back up and say, well, for a lot of you guys that have been watching us for at least a year, have known that this is eventually going to be a bathroom. And right now, it's just storage for harvesting and whatnot for gardening. But like, if you could see, there's pipes down there. Boop. There's pipes down there for us to build a bathroom. And then this becomes our storm shelter as well as our root cellar. And then, you know, we're holding all of our food in here. Well, this little deal down here had a leak. And it was leaking right here because the water table had filled up. I don't think it was sealed properly. It was confirmed by the contractor it wasn't sealed properly. Or something had happened. Anyway, water should not have been going into that septic pump or sump pump or whatnot. But it wasn't hooked up, and it wasn't supposed to be because we haven't built this out yet. This is basically just like your generic really cold basement. Anyway, all that to say, this water just started seeping in. not from the foundation, but around the cracks of all of these stones. It was coming through. And so we had to do this like a hydrostatic, it's called a hydraulic cement leak stopper. So we basically put this stuff, we got this stuff put in. It's now like concreted. I'll have to grind that all down. And then this is where a lot of the leak was coming from. As you can see, as it dries out, you'll see kind of where some leaks are. And that's fairly common with basements. This amount of it is uncommon for it being a brand new basement. And so we're working with the contractor to reroute some piping, to re-waterproof all of the block inside and then outside. And so I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how it's going to work. The kids are playing upstairs and I want to join them. But anyway, that's what this is about. Guys, I'm going to be honest. It has been a really emotional few months for us. With Emily's decline, with the house feeling like there's just more going wrong than right, even though that's not true. Like, there's way more right than going wrong, and we're such optimists. But it has been a really difficult, emotional season. Having to spend almost this entire week on making sure that this doesn't flood even more and destroy more drywall and things that are relatively insignificant, just took and zapped the energy out of me. So I feel like that's why I have been a little absent as of late. I'm constantly fixing something, constantly being asked to do a project, paint things, do things outside, secret projects, fun projects, prepping for spring and summer and all that stuff. All of it good things. But when you have disasters that just feel like they're just not going away, and you'll spend, I was up till 1, 2 a.m. 3 nights this week, just making sure that it didn't get worse, so that by morning, all of the work that I had done was basically ruined. It's a season. I'm learning a ton about home ownership. Having come from an RV and a condo, totally different world. All in all, I'm grateful for the learnings. I'm grateful for the opportunities to, I think 30 years from now, I'll be pretty happy that I got to learn all these things. And that's kind of how I see it, is I'm learning so many new things with land ownership, to having a house, to being in a new state, having 70 inches of raining per year. I'm just learning a lot of new skills that I know are easy to forget, that the frustration is just drowning and insufferable and it's never going to end. You can hear my nasal. We've also had a cold. Perfect timing. And you hear that? It is pumping. That right there is working. You're working, God. Yeah, sounds scary, huh? Wow. All of that is actually pumping through this hose. It's like I want to say it's like 100, 200 foot hose. And it's pumping it all the way downstream. So, through the window, that's why it's freezing in here. It may be so frustrating at the moment to think, man, this is so costly, or this is so frustrating, or it's using all of my free time, or all of that. One day, a neighbor is going to have a problem with a leak, and I'm going to know what to buy right then and there. I'm going to have the dehumidifiers that I've already saved a neighbor's house with. It's so easy to get focused in the moment on the frustration. It's so rewarding to know my efforts are not in vain, even though they feel it in the moment. I'm learning things every day that I'll be able to help with someone else. I feel like that's priceless. That's the thing. That's the stuff that builds community, and that's the stuff that brings unity, and that's the stuff that takes a frustration of a wasted week where I wasn't feeling well and I didn't have the time for this kind of disaster to just say, deep breath. Next time I build a basement, I'm for sure gonna also do that waterproof paint that's there, right there, also down there. Yeah. Perspective. Oh, Emmy, you coming down, see Dada? Perspective is good. And again, another perspective. I have a dog that's healthy, that is constantly loving on this one that isn't feeling well. And I don't know how many more days we're going to have with her, but I'm going to enjoy every single one of them. God is good all the time, even in the midst of frustration, even in the midst of pain and suffering. That my pain this week is absolutely nothing in comparison to what some other families or maybe you guys are going through. And that's constantly on my mind. And so that's why when I'm working, I throw on an audiobook, throw on the Bible, throw on a podcast. I'm constantly realizing and taking myself out of my own misery and reminding myself that, hey, other people have been through stuff too. And they got through it. And here's their story. That regardless of how difficult today was, or this week was, or this past few months, to be honest, it's going to be okay. And if other people can get out of their mess, if other people can get through their thing, it's going to encourage me. And it has. And I'm here to encourage you that if we can get through this, you can get through your week. And you can do it. And I'm proud of you. And we love you. Anyway.
Phillip, are you down there?
Friends, we love you. Hope you guys have a great day. Go let your love multiply. Bye-bye. Yes, I'm down here. I'm always down here.
Can you get pasta out of the root cellar for me?
Yeah. Which kind? Rice? The pink or the purple? You see how dry it's getting? Okay, do you want swirly twirlies or do you want noodle oodles?